Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Calcio with Rino Z. Mamma mia, a lot of news going on since this morning about Allegri that is officially sacked. So I would like to leave on everything that I think about the situation on my end, on what happened, and then, of course, your thoughts and yours. Leave the comments down below. Put a beautiful like and subscribe. So, don't worry, those bottles of champagne are going to come when I have a chance. In a good, loving way. But listen to me for a minute. I know most of you think that I'm anti-Allegriano. That I wanted Juventus to lose. I never want Juventus to lose in order to have Allegri sacked. I'm not anti-Allegriano. That started 3 years ago, okay? When Mr. Allegri came, I was happy. I wasn't happy what they did to Pirlo, but I was happy that Allegri came. I put on my Facebook, welcome home, king, this and that, people, well. By the moment he came, game after game, it just get a little bit depressing. The thought that he didn't want to put Ronaldo, he puts him on the bench. Ronaldo leaves because of him. He wanted Dybala as a project. That didn't work out. Then these midfielders that he wanted, like Pogba, which I said since the beginning, Pogba was a bad decision. And unfortunately, that happened. Fagioli was bidding. That first year, it was terrible. Last year, yes, you can tell me about the 15 points, which he did fight. And you're going to hear me on this at the end. He did fight because he was the only one standing there. And la società, our club, our management, didn't do nothing. He was the one talking whatsoever. I know him in the past always said, well, making 9 million, anybody can do it. But what I've been seeing, and even on his last day, he made us win the Coppa Italia. I said it since the beginning. People that don't know me, it's true, it's been a year, more than a year that I've been doing YouTube. But before doing YouTube and stuff, I always said, questa società si deve svegliare. This management needs to wake up. Because mistakes after mistakes, at the end, we haven't seen anything good in these 5 years. Because Allegri, this year, he had his opportunity to leave, but he didn't want to resign. But it's true that La Sociedad didn't want to get rid of him because of his salary. So they called Giuntoli last year. Of course, Giuntoli couldn't do so much. He got rid of all the players, like Bonucci, Quadrado. He did a nice cleanup, but he couldn't do so much. They only brought Way in the summer. Then, of course, without Pogba, Fagioli, Allegri wanted his players, and I said it since January, that Giuntoli already had in mind his own project for the future. He didn't want to plan, the future with Allegri. Allegri wanted Bonaventura, Pereira, and even Cruz. But then he brought Alcaraz. In that moment, Allegri was getting mad. Because he thought bringing these players, Bonaventura, Pereira, I don't know if Pereira was a good idea. Kroos was a dream, but he was still under Real Madrid in Juventus at this moment. They don't like to spend money. So he got mad, but he didn't get mad only that. Seeing Conte a lot of times at the Continassa. Then behind, he wanted Manna, then they put Giuntoli. The fact they were already looking for a coach, he wasn't happy. Well, Mr. Allegri, with all the love and respect, this was going to happen. You should have resigned because what I've been hearing from my sources, that that Giuntoli wasn't going to give you the players that you wanted and keep with these players that unfortunately it did not benefit to. Yes, the beginning we were all excited. We all thought that we were going to win the Scudetto, but something went downhill and, Allegri, you know my thoughts on you, but your style, it's not going to change, and you need the top players. And we cannot say that our players, didn't want to, that couldn't manage to be top 4. You know what I mean? I know we have to change our midfield. But he got what they said, top 4, well, Champions League. Then the moment that he made us win the Copita, that was one of the best performances from the boys. Okay? And you can tell he put heart. Then with all that shit happened at the end with the ref. He went off on the ref. That I liked. That showed you, as what I'm saying, that he stood up and he told the FGG and everybody, he told them off. So that I respect. But then at the end, he goes off on Giuntoli, and then the director of Tutto Sport. That when you cross the line, that's where you're going to have a problem. And of course, Elkann got his wish, because what I'm hearing, he's not going to pay him full because he did that thing with all the investigation whatsoever. Someone was saying he probably was going to get 5 million instead of 20 million. So that was the whole purpose of John Elkann, just to save that money. But then what happens? They said they were going to sack him already. And I've been saying it. That he's not going to be in those 2 next games. Because when you cross the line, like we see Dybala when he was facing on Nedved arriva bene, a casa. And Allegri, like I said, you guys know what my thoughts on Allegri whatsoever. I respect what he did when it was 5 years. But these 3 years, I'm sorry, wasn't happy with him, with his tactics whatsoever. It's about time for a fresh change. I hope I don't see any more ministeri scaldati, man. So, all the best on you, Mr. Allegri, because then today, he goes to the Continasse. You see him leaving. Then he comes back. He made peace with the director of the director of Tutto Sport. But he should not be so mad, because these last 15 games, 15 points, Mr. Allegri. I know you were trying to do the calculation, you don't have too much faith with these lads, but, you got to take reality too. But besides that, he announced that he's sacked. And now we have Montero for these last 2 games. Then, of course, Mr. Motta, as they say. But with Juventus, anything can happen. As what happened last time. Instead of Guardiola, we got Sarri, because whoever thought about Sarri? So, Matteo si la firma. But let's say Motta is the top guy, and even Fabrizio Romano said it. So, but all I have to say, we're going to change coach. That's all we wanted. I wanted that too. I hope we see some players. I hope Giuntoli is cooking. But I hope the Sociedad gives some support to Motta, because if he's going to be there by himself in the big club of Juventus, like what happened to Allegri, pretty much Allegri can manage the pressure. I don't know. So Juventus, give that credit and let him rebuild. If you guys want him, because you want to keep the young players, that's what it is. You may not like it or not. I know you need the experience. I'm all for the top players, but you guys are going to put in your head, Mr. Elkann doesn't like to spend money. Then with Ferrero, Scavino, what do you expect? I hope to see somebody big in the future that make this beloved, beautiful Juventus as we used to see back in the day. So, Max, buona fortuna. Good luck on your future. Even though I'm pissed off you let me lose hair because you stressed me out for the last 3 years, but that's okay. I always like to give credit. And all the best on you. And all the best on us. And hope to see some changes. Starting from, because the big problem is La Sociedad. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned. But we'll do a live, and don't worry, we'll put the bottles of champagne and what's so we'll make it fun and interesting, okay? Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much.